And now, to the millions and millions of listeners and viewers all across the world, it's the That's Not Christian podcast.
Hey, let's go see. I love that
What up,
energy.
y'all? It's your boy Switch. I'm here with your man Jimmy.
I'm here
with your boy Jay. And I'm here with your man Ant. And what's going on?
This guy over here.
What's going on?
What's good, fellas? I'm first in the comments. I see.
No, Kasari's first.
Y'all gotta try to beat me, man. Y'all gotta be quicker than that.
Look at that.
First. Now, to be fair, I had scheduled it for 8:30 Eastern time. Because I thought you were gonna be late. So everybody probably thought that we were gonna start another half hour.
Our bad. Yeah, no OT today. No OT, but we here, man.
Yeah, man.
I got some really, really good news for y'all, man.
Oh,
Vax gang. I'm the newest member.
The Vax champ.
I'm the newest member.
Did you put a magnet to your joint or not?
Nah,
you ain't get none of these beanies though.
Right.
I didn't get my merch pack.
Wow.
I didn't get my merch pack.
They did you dirty, man.
Oh, they must have gave you that Johnson & Johnson.
Is that what he got? He got the AstraZeneca. That's what he got.
What it was? I think most of the sites are in the city. I didn't find any up by me that gives the $100 incentives and the whole merch pack. So I was trying to book it and schedule it, but I couldn't find any appointments. So I was just like,
hold on,
go to CVS.
So you didn't get anything?
What? Nah, I got nothing.
Not even a sticker. They didn't even give you a sticker.
All they gave me was bang and the card. Like, here, take your report card.
Dang.
Wow. You allowed this foolishness?
Jay's celebrating that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, let's get it over with. Let's do it.
Oh, you just celebrated it right now. And didn't get nothing for it, yo.
Nothing.
Sucks for you.
Yo, so any and did you feel like any side effects? Did you feel sick, any pain, anything like that?
Only thing was my arm was sore for like 2 days, like my upper where I got the actual jab at. Yeah. They say usually the second shot is when you start to feel some people get some side effects like fever and all that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I only got it because of my job. You know what I'm saying? I would have not, but they're like pushing for it, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's what people are gonna say. Yeah, that's what people are gonna say when they get the mark. I only got it for my job.
That's what they lining us up for, you know what I'm saying? But yo, man, listen, man, if you're not vaxxed, man, listen, don't talk to me if you're not vaxxed.
Don't at me. You sound like what's her name? Jennifer Aniston said that. She said she's not friends with people who ain't vaxxed.
What?
She said that. Yeah, she said that.
Wow. Yeah, she did say that.
That's a very extreme.
That's not very friendly, right?
What a friend, yo.
Get it?
That's not how you treat your friends. That's wild, man. That's cool for you, man. So did you show up to your office with your little card and everything, and like, look, I got it, guys, or did you got it laminated?
Nah, they didn't even ask me yet. They're supposedly like HR, but what happened was they put out an email, so we're supposed to officially open up in September.
Your office. You're talking about your office, right?
Yeah, resume. Okay. Everyone come back to the office. Okay. Me, I work on site. I can't work remote. So if somebody doesn't get vaccinated, they do have the option to work remotely, but they can't come to the office. So being that my position is on site, they're like, well, you gotta get it. You gotta at least prove that you have some kind of dosage before, because it takes 3 weeks after you get the first dosage.
Yo, they're saying you got to get the third joint now 6 weeks after.
Now you gotta get the booster. But they're saying that's for people who got extreme underlying issues.
Sure.
You know,
sure. That's what they say. That's what they say. And then the story be changing, bro.
Yeah.
Does it seem like now they pushing for the kids heavy?
Facts.
Everything that's on media is the kids.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yo, I just seen that
kids next.
Yo, I just seen that the San Francisco police said that they're not gonna show up to work if the union said
Oh, yeah.
that they're going to resign or retire if they're forced to get vaccinated.
But didn't the mayor already come out and do the same thing as New York, where you gotta show your vax if you're city employee and
Well, that's
for you
probably
to go
why
to
they
restaurants
responded.
or whatever?
That's probably why they responded.
Right.
Wow, interesting.
Wow.
They're trying to shut this whole joint down, man.
Wow. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yo,
I'm
if
surprised
you're
LA
gonna
didn't do
go,
that,
right?
or hasn't at least yet.
If
No,
you're gonna
LA,
get
you got it. They're pushing for the pushing for the ID or whatever it is, right? Where
what,
you can't go
passport?
into restaurant. You can't go into what's that?
The passport? Like
Yeah, that joint. Yeah, the passport.
okay.
Where you can't go into restaurants. Some restaurants. I just saw this video. I don't know if I shared it with you guys. Where pizza shop. I think it's called Sisters
San
Pizza Shop.
Diego.
Yeah, you saw that, right? They were like, at first they were taking the position and like, yo, we're gonna everybody has to show their passport. But now after the comments and everything, they're like, nah, you know what? We're not gonna require that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I think it's stupid, like for restaurants, because like son, like you go in from the door to your table, you're wearing a mask, and then you take off your mask because they serve you water, and you start you know what I'm saying, you start drinking your Coke or your Henny and Coke or whatever you drink, and then you start eating, and then you know what I'm saying, what happened? COVID don't exist no more. Oh man, I said it, and I was on you.
Oh, this is
Dang.
Throw the whole episode away.
Throw the whole episode away.
Nah,
It's my fault. And I was
last
on
week
you
we were
about it.
still good though. Last week
Yeah.
we were still good. So,
But what I'm saying is like it just doesn't make any type of sense. You know what I mean?
Doesn't.
Like, so with the pizza place, I get it. You know, I feel like if you want to wear it, man. Like these passports is a joke, man. So my daughter's first day of school was today. She we had this thing called I forgot what it's called now. Day pass. It's called day pass, right? LAUSD announced a day pass. You go get your tests. You upload it to this website, and then you get this pass to go on campus, right? And you're supposed to do it weekly. It used to be you had to do it every 2 weeks. Now they're requiring to do weekly. And this morning there was a long line, like the whole block of kids just standing because nobody could pull up their pass because their servers couldn't take all the traffic. So everybody was late. You know what I mean? We're talking like hundreds of kids was late, and that was just one school. Like, can you imagine all across, Los Angeles, how many kids were late because, they couldn't pull up that's going to affect people's education,
So what's the process? Like you got to put it on your phone?
Yeah, it's a website. I think they might have an app too, but it's web based. So basically, you just upload the test saying that you have, you tested negative.
And then they're checking everyone's phone.
Yeah, so then you show it. When you show up, it's got a little QR code. They scan it, and then you go inside.
Can you bring the actual test itself and show it?
No, because my wife was like, "Yo, I got the test right here."
Yeah.
They're like, "Nah, it's got to go through the app." And then like,
anyone can lie on that app, right?
Well, not necessarily anyone can lie, but it makes no sense because you could verify the actual test. You know what I'm saying? The results of your test, you just look at it and be like, "Oh yeah," you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
So I'm a little confused. So your kid has to get tested every week?
Yeah, because my kid's not vaccinated.
But she's under 12, right?
Nah, she's 14.
Oh, 14. Okay.
Yeah,
wow,
that's crazy.
14. And then they're doing the nose swab, right?
Nah, they did the we went to our primary care provider, and they did the saliva test, not the nose swab.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, I saw a video online. It was a TikTok specifically, so take it for whatever it's worth. They had the New York City has another app for this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the dude he takes a picture of, I think, a pizza slice or something, right? You're supposed to upload your little card onto that, right? So you take a picture. So he takes a picture of the pizza slice, right? And then right away, it goes green that the card was uploaded and that you're fully vaccinated. And I was like, Wow.
Yo, if my city does that, I'm gonna see if I can do that. I'm gonna upload a pizza slice, tacos, because we in LA, tacos.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
That's
So
Segregation, fellas.
Word, tomorrow it
that's
starts for
real.
us.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So this was the last free weekend in New York.
Yeah, I guess yes, sir.
New
Not
York
for you.
City.
Not for you.
New York
for
City,
you.
New York City.
Yeah,
yes.
NYC. Yeah.
It was restaurant was packed.
Yeah.
Inside and
weekend?
outside.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Was packed. That city.
What kind of food?
Friends.
Sushi.
American burgers and.
Yeah, no, I mean they had pasta and other stuff, but I got like a fried chicken sandwich. But anyway, yeah, it was stupid packed, full inside and out.
Yeah. Yo, LA's been like that too. This weekend I had to go do some shopping because my son's going up to school, to campus, right? He's gonna live on campus. And we went to IKEA to get some furniture. It was packed, bro.
Before you continue, then ask him that he has to be mandatory vax.
Oh yeah, he has to be vaxxed just to be on campus. Like most places.
He got the vax.
Not yet.
Okay.
Most places require you to, like in LA right now, most businesses, like employers, require you to either be vaxxed or get a test, right? You got to continuously get a test. When we looked at what the requirements were for his school, there was no option for the test, and we were looking on the site, and then we ended up Googling it, and it said that they're not accepting tests, that everybody has to be vaccinated.
Wow.
And I told him, yo, man, like I don't want you to do it, but you grown. You know what I'm saying? Kid is 19. He's grown, like you could do whatever you want, you your own man, but I'm telling you, like, I don't want you to do it. These are the reasons why. But he's gonna do what he's gonna do,
Yeah.
So all I can do is just, pray for him, But he's in that situation,
Yep.
So it's sad, man, because it's like, yo, we still, I mean, y'all already know we talk about this like almost every week, like we still in the trials,
What's interesting is my one of my cousins, when the first I guess variant was out, right? Yeah. She caught the virus, and it was mild, right? It was nothing.
Yeah.
Now she gets the vax. She's fully vaxxed. She catches this variant. She gets bronchitis. Couldn't breathe, right? And she recovered, thank God. But it's just interesting, you know what I'm saying? Because when she wasn't, she was fine, and then now with this, so. But
was it because she felt like a false sense of security because she got the jab that she didn't really take care of herself, and that's why she got bronchitis? Or was it just because it hit her real, that bad?
I don't know. Maybe she was,
because I don't want to blame it on the jab. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Maybe she wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My whole thing is just like, it just shows that I'm not gonna say I don't think it's because of the jab per se.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could be that the variant is that strong as they say it is.
Yeah, I don't even know that. I don't even know that. Like, how do they know that it's a variant? The PCR test doesn't diagnose. It's not a diagnostic test.
It don't tell you.
It can't even tell you the difference between a cold and COVID. You know what I'm saying? It can't tell you. So it's not going to tell you if it's
a variant or
right.
So how do they know that it's a variant right now?
They don't. They just say like, yo, if you got it bad, it's automatic. That's the variant.
Like, you see, that's not cool. how you putting out these numbers that 70% of the virus is from that variant? You know what I'm saying? Like, they putting out numbers and stuff. And I just found out, I was at my pop's crib. My brother told me this. When my stepmother had gotten in the beginning, when she had caught the virus, they didn't test her, right? Well, we knew that, and it was pretty evident because she lost a sense of smell, taste, whatever, etc. Right? They said that they labeled both of them as having the virus. My brother, my stepmoms, and my pops. All three of them were labeled as they had the virus, even though they didn't get the virus.
Wait, what do you mean? Like how?
So my stepmother caught the virus, right?
Yeah. She went to go take a test.
No, she called over the phone.
Yeah.
Because remember they had those hotlines at that time.
Yeah,
right?
I remember. Nobody was coming in. Yeah. Nobody's coming in.
When she
That's right.
called, she told them that what she had, right? So she, everyone's assuming that she did definitely have it because
because of the symptoms that she had. They just said, "Nah, you got it." Oh, so because she had it, they just said the whole house had it.
They said the whole house is gonna get it.
Gotcha.
So they labeled it 3 cases because of that.
Damn, that's crazy. My son caught it, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't want him to get the jab, because he has antibodies. Yeah, nobody else caught it in the house. Which is really weird. I told you fellas, I thought I caught it back in 2019 on Thanksgiving.
Right.
Because I got sick really bad. I've never been this sick before in my life, bro. I really thought I was gonna die. And nobody else caught it. Nobody else caught it in my house. I couldn't breathe, bro. I turned on the hot water in the shower. I closed the doors, put a towel underneath the doorway, and I just try to steam, because the cough was just it was just unbearable. I ended up calling the doctor. He prescribed me some lean, and that it helped, bro. It helped.
I can't take that stuff, yo.
Oh, you can't? That helps. It helps so much. It helped so much. It helped me so much. I was able to sleep because I couldn't sleep. Like I was like coughing every 5 minutes. I was like crazy bouts of coughs,
Yeah.
Then after I talked to one of my friends, and he said he had got a what's that joint called? Like not a humidifier. I forgot what it's called, but for the albuterol.
Oh, the pump, the nebulizer.
Yeah, nebulizer. There we go. He said he had got one of them joints, and so I ended up getting one on
I got one.
eBay. Yeah, I ended up getting on eBay, sitting upstairs right now.
Them joints work.
Yeah. I haven't used it yet, but I've seen them work before. But yeah, it's just crazy, man, how things are changing. It seems like everybody's gonna be forced to get it. It's just a matter of when. Now we're it's just a matter of when. So, the way that they're making it seem like Biden said that you should have some sort of passport if you travel, for interstate travel.
That's just crazy.
My uncle said something similar too. He was like, that he caught it, and then he had his daughter, he had his lady with him in the car, and he was like, "Yo, I was coughing and all that, and they didn't get it. Neither one of them got it."
Yeah, it just depends, man. Yo, you want to say something, man? Yo, shout out to Kasari.
Yeah.
Oh, super chats. Let's go. We were supposed to mention the super chats, but
but
we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so we can shout out to Mario. Shout out to everybody, Young Slick. Everybody in the comments.
Boosting.
Yes, sir. We out here about
Putin.
But I was gonna say real quick, my daughter's school called us today. I said she had direct contact with somebody in the class that had COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So of course, they told us at the end of the day, she got on the bus and everything. So they sent her home on the bus.
Yeah.
After, yeah.
Yeah.
So and then they tell us you can get it tested, but if she doesn't show any symptoms, she can come back to school tomorrow. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, that is like I feel you. Yeah, I mean, but that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I thought this is like zombie apocalypse, end of the world,
right?
You know what I mean? Like
so I know I was like, what? Yeah, really? She can come back to school?
Cool.
So, yeah,
cool.
But I called the doctor and they were like, nah, I wouldn't send her back to school.
Yeah.
Because she was supposedly exposed on Friday. So they were like, well, you can get it tested tomorrow. But by the time you get the test results, it's probably not going to be till Thursday. There's no point in her going to school for Friday.
Right.
So by the 23rd, it'll be 10 days. So it's like just leave her out for the for this week.
Yeah.
And then just monitor her, make sure she's okay,
She's cool though, right?
Oh, she's been good, but bro, she's been drinking out of all my cups though. So if she
Hey, that's cool. That means you got antibodies. If she did catch that joint, you know what I'm saying?
But when you found out today?
Today they called us at 4:00.
Oh yeah.
So
you
got
the days to monitor, make sure she's
you got the black seed oil on deck. You got the sea moss on deck. You got the elderberry.
She already had her elderberry, all that. You know what? I give them elderberry every morning before they go to school.
I got the chewies, the gummy joints.
Those are the ones I use. Those are good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
But we got our neighbor makes the fresh one. So she makes it with the honey, cinnamon, elderberry, the syrup. So I give them that every morning,
Oh, you hold up. Your neighbor makes their own syrup?
Yeah. Yeah, they make them and they sell it.
You said so that they use what now? Honey, elderberry, and what else?
And cinnamon in there.
Okay.
So
and they match up the elderberries, or how they do that?
I mean, I don't know the process, but I know she come and gives us the.
You got to go over there with a camera, man. We got to do a cooking show. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, yo, how you making this elderberry in? But yeah, she make lemonade, teas, all of that. So, like I said, I give it to them every morning. I give them their multivitamins. I give them all of that.
That's good. See that's what I'm talking about, man. Like a lot of people, they ain't even like doing that. You know what I mean? Like I just saw another video with what's your man's name from CNN? Don Lemon. He went into the ICU and he's talking to all these folks. Like,
yo, that dude is annoying, yo.
Did you see the video I'm talking about?
I didn't see that video, but he's annoying to watch.
Yo, he goes into the ICU and he's talking to the people like, you know why you're in here and how did you catch it or whatever. Do you regret not getting the jab? Right. And all of them, of course, are like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All of them are like, yeah, right. But all of them are like 400 pounds too, though.
Yo,
and he don't say nothing about that. Like, do you regret not making bad life decisions? You know what I'm saying? Yo, like,
if Don Lemon comes into my room, I'm hitting that dude over the head with a bedpan. Right? Right. To my hospital room, yo.
Yo, what happened?
I'm talking to this guy.
My man is back. Your boy is back.
Sun's out, guns out.
You already know.
He ain't got no sound.
We heard about
You good? You got no sound, dude.
There was an article we dropped in the topics. I didn't get to read it, but it was something about a church that's requiring their members to be vaccinated.
Out here.
Oh, it's out there.
You? Yeah, it's out here.
In your hood.
It's your church.
Ain't my hood though. No.
It's your church.
Nah, it ain't my church. That's your church. The vaccinated dude,
right?
Yo, don't talk to me, bro. If you ain't got your facts, don't talk to me.
Yo, matter of fact, don't talk to us because you did it for free, yo. You didn't even get a beanie.
I didn't even monetize.
He did it for fun.
I didn't even.
Your man did it for fun over here. This dude did it for free. This dude did it for free, and this dude did it for fun.
Right, he don't got nowhere to go.
Yo, I wasn't waiting on that welfare line to get a job, man. I wasn't waiting 3 hours like this dude.
This dude didn't even get socks or nothing.
So he get his merch pack. He got
his get the starter pack, man.
Yo, you didn't even get Shake Shack fries, nothing, yo.
Oh, I can do that now, right?
Yeah, he could do that. He could do that.
Yeah, let's go. I'm getting everything free now. Let's go.
Yo. So what are you doing? Switch, like your church tells you, oh, but I mean, you ain't got no problem.
Yeah, right there. If the church tells me,
if I'm gonna listen to my job, I'm gonna listen to my church.
Unbelievable.
I probably would. I'd be like, yo, what's wrong with these people, man? They bugging.
Yo, they told Jay he couldn't have sushi and he ran and got vaccinated. Yo.
Right.
ASAP.
What do you mean I can't go to the sushi spot?
Dude asked for wasabi on the jab.
I don't eat my sushi with that.
Yeah, that's the best part, man.
How did you
Clears
feel
up your
that?
sinuses.
You been good so far?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Nothing.
You haven't seen the last couple episodes, bro? Dude's like, he's not
I'll
on
be
there,
forgetting
bro.
stuff.
Forgetting everything. Can't do the outro. Can't land the plane, you know?
It's because of the president that we got.
Wow. The jab makes you talk like the president.
Yep. Exactly. Yo, but before you start talking about the president, man, so what happened with this church in Georgia, man? What did the pastor say? He just said you can't come to church?
He said he want the people to be safe, right? Because they got a lot of old people in there. So I guess they don't want to risk those old folks or whatever. So they even fired him. They even fired an employee too.
Oh, what?
Yeah, who didn't want to get vaccinated? They fired him.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Sound like some Marcus Rogers stuff. I saw he did a video. He's talking about if your church requires the vax, don't go to that church.
Look at that. You spoke on that man's name and you got cursed.
He's like, don't go to that church. Leave.
Yeah. He dropped the album, your boy.
Oh, did he? There's a couple artists who dropped some music this weekend, no?
Marcus Rogers. The 116 playlist.
What'd you think of that? What'd you think? I know you heard it.
I did. I listened to it like 5 times.
5 times, yo!
Wow, yeah. He's biased. I told
LeBron
you.
LeBron level.
What? Yeah, I only like maybe 3 tracks out of that.
But you heard it 5 times?
No, not the 3 tracks. I'm saying the whole thing because I wanted to listen to it and see.
I know you heard it. You heard the album 5 times and you only like 3 tracks. What is wrong with you, man?
Yeah, I only like 3 tracks. So,
which tracks you like?
Let me see if the first track with Wande was dope. She's a dope artist. You got that Run It Up with that IMRSQD. Never heard of him, but dope track.
So I imagine that's I'm Rescued.
Yo, I thought
yeah, that's right. I'm Rescued.
And you said IMRSQD.
Yeah, I didn't get the acronym.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I never heard of
it. Kicking in.
Yeah, and then then the last one was La Fiesta remix. That's it.
Oh, that's with Lecrae and Funky.
Yeah, and Redimido and Alex Zurdo.
I was thinking Jay-Z and R. Kelly when you said La Fiesta.
Fiesta.
Nah. It's good to hear Trip is back, in the playlist.
Trip League, let's go.
Yeah.
Yo, you was like,
y'all messed up and let us in your hood to come and preach the truth, the life in your hood.
Okay, so you it sounds like you heard the album. What'd you think, Switch?
Playlist.
I only like one song with what's his name? Hovey and
Indie Tribe? Oh.
No, Hovey, Hectic. That's the only song.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll have to listen to it again as well.
Yo, so you just corrected me playlist. So these are not new songs?
They're new because I've never heard of them before, except for La Fiesta, obviously.
Playlist.
So yeah, so why is
they release a summer playlist like every year.
Every year, yeah.
With new music, but they consider it a playlist.
But it's an album. But it's not an album.
Yeah.
No, it's considered a playlist, and they add all the songs that they released that day or whatever to
it's a playlist.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like these dudes, like, okay,
they're vaccinated. You can't.
That's
they're all single. They're all singles. There's no album. All of them are singles.
Yeah.
So it's a compilation, like
pretty much. But,
that sounds like some Eshan. Like I don't believe in Jesus.
Is it on Apple?
I believe in Yeshua HaMashiach. Yo,
is it on Apple Music as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
why wouldn't it be?
Yo, so how many records did you like, Switch? Because this dude say he heard it 5 times.
One.
Just one. That's it.
Yeah,
but how many times you listen to it?
Twice. But I skimmed through some of them. Like if I'm the type, if you don't grab my attention quick, I'm on to the next.
I'm like that too, bro. I was listening to Aha this morning, right? And I heard like maybe 5 songs, and I skipped like I tried to listen to him like 30 seconds. I let the first hook come in, and I was like, I'm done, bro. I'm going back
It's
to
an
country.
album. I thought it was just a joint.
Well, his was like an EP, right?
Okay.
Like
I don't know
7
what it
tracks.
was. I don't know what it was. I saw it on YouTube, and then I went to Spotify, and you know how Spotify tell you like new album or new music, or this is like the latest release. And so I clicked that, and I started listening to it. And I heard like maybe 4 or 5 songs, and I was like, I was done. I like AHA.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to listen again. I gotta catch up on the AHA. I haven't caught up on that. I'm gonna try to listen to the playlist again in my car. Like sometimes it has a different effect when you riding and you chilling.
Right.
When you got them in your headphones, like sometimes they don't hit. It just don't hit the same.
Oh nah, it does hit, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Especially when you working out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You doing a set. You know, you doing
that bass in the car. Boom.
It's just like I don't be working out.
Right.
I don't be working out.
I still gotta get my shake.
The thing is that he's still listening on them Kobe's. That's why.
Oh, I got both. I got both. I actually got both.
You got both.
But speaking of playlists, check out our playlist. That's not Christian playlist.
Let's go. Come on. Tell them, man. Tell them.
Pinned in the comments on YouTube, so make sure you check it out.
Let's go.
Yeah, so that actually was supposed to be part of the weekend segment, was all that music that dropped.
Nobody listened to it. Ain't listened to none of that music.
I didn't listen to the 116. I was kind of like
listening to Jada Kiss.
Yo, Nas dropped a new joint too, right? I totally missed that.
I didn't listen to it.
That was last week with the whole what's his name?
Yeah, he just dropped a bit. He dropped a video. He dropped a video a few days ago, I think.
You did?
Yeah. I forgot what it was called though. I'm not in the music like I'm not into music like that no more, bro. Like I really don't be checking for dudes like that. I'm old, bro. I'm like looking for audiobooks.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, yo,
I just finished Outliers. I finally finished it.
What can I do to progress myself, man? It just ain't it don't hit the same, the music.
That's it. I mean, some of it do, but it's rare for me. Like, it's got to be something y'all put me onto or something. And I didn't hear nobody. Chris was the only one who was hyping up the 116 playlist.
Oh,
remember he dropped like every single joint in the chat.
Oh yeah, I told him to relax. Yeah,
you're like, yo, chill, bro.
dude, put every
we gonna block you.
There, yo. Like, oh, chill out, yo.
Yeah, but that's what's up, man. Yo, Reach. I mean, they're good at providing.
Who's
music,
doing
man.
it?
That's one thing, man.
Yo, they ain't no locks. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no GOM. Yeah.
Oh god. Speaking of that, man, our votes came in.
Yeah, it was like 75%, right?
And it was like 67%, 70% people voted that GOM.
I saw 75 last.
Will win against
Reach
in the verses.
I'm
Andy dropped a song.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Andy dropped something too.
Andy's sick.
I seen somebody. Yeah, he got the joint, and he said he got the jab too.
Yeah. Remember, if you get it, that doesn't mean you're immune to not getting it.
So then why get it?
All right.
Like if you get the chicken pox vax, you're not gonna get chicken pox, right?
True.
But that vax been around longer, yo.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, move on from the vax.
If you get a flu shot, you still can get the flu.
That's why I don't get it, because it's got like a 40% success rate.
All right, moving on.
Yo, Jay.
Yeah.
Did the songs on that playlist minister to you?
Oh yeah, Cal Manning asked that.
Yeah, there were a few. There were a few songs. The holy tracks usually are the ones that
they minister to you. Holy does?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Did you get on your knees and bow to the Lord?
It's not a worship. It's not a worship song. So
over your sin.
That joint ain't the commissioned, right?
Jeez.
It ain't that Fred Hammond, huh?
Right.
I mean, for that, stay listening to Kirk Franklin oldies or
Some
something.
Marvin Sapp.
Never. I was about to say that. I was just about to do that. Never.
Yo, that reconcile be hitting though.
Never.
Yeah, so yeah. Anyway,
Never.
what else? What else popping in the news cycle, man? We got so much.
We got Switch as president starting commotion.
Yo, hold up. You
man.
talking about did you talking about music ministering? Your man were we gonna do the Joseph Solomon joint, or we gonna skip that?
Yeah, I mean, you brought it up now at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we can skip it. I don't care.
To be honest,
Joseph Solomon is.
I saw he was going, viral, about losing his faith, but I've never heard of him. I was shocked when I was told that, he used to do Bible studies on YouTube and like he actually
he got some
conferences. Yeah. I was like, wow, I never heard of the guy. So,
he was reformed.
It's sad, but
that's the second dude that I seen that was like, there's another dude that I guess kind of like on the same wave as Joseph Solomon, who has a following on social media, but an Andrew Diamond dude, and he's same thing.
Yeah. Now did I only saw I saw what what's this conference? Legacy conference?
Right.
I saw what they posted, and he was like, I know him, I discipled him, I built with him, and he shared some of these struggles, and he's been transparent and whatnot. So I thought that was dope, because I think a lot of social media, I think some of this, like, people forget that Christians, come to Jesus because they're sinners. You know what I'm saying? They ain't perfect. And so a lot of people are surprised when Christians, specifically those on Twitter, or social media, I should say, go in, and some people might say that that's toxic or whatever, or that they're toxic. So it was really refreshing to hear that perspective from Legacy, I don't know what it means for him, because from what I read, he said he didn't identify as a Christian. So I'm gonna wait and see. He said he would explain it later, maybe. I'm gonna wait and see, because it might be one of those Eshan type of things, where he may not accept the title as a Christian. He might,
I think he went on live yesterday.
Did he?
Talking about it. Yeah.
What did he say?
I ain't really get to catch it. I saw his live, and then I watched for a couple. I think he was talking to who's Jackie Hill's husband?
Preston.
Oh, Preston.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess they were friends, and people were tagging Preston in the live, like kind of like, come get your boy kind of thing.
Right.
And when he got on, he was like, hey, y'all, I don't need y'all to tag me. Like, I know this brother. I know what he's going through.
Yeah.
And basically, everyone makes the decision. Of course, we would want him to be a part of the faith, and we're going to continue having, conversations, I guess.
Is it a decision or is it an election?
Back in the background, while everyone's not open in the public. So
yeah, that's funny too, because how are you gonna convince somebody on a live, right? That doesn't, especially someone who knows the word, right? Who spent time in the word. You're just not gonna convince them over Instagram. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you really got to build with somebody and spend time with them, and pray with them and read the word. This is not something that's gonna happen in a 30-minute convo on Instagram.
I think Ruslan had tagged somebody that had tweeted about the situation, and the person had mentioned how they've been friends for over a decade, and that this brother, it was hurt about everything was going on, but that he had talked that what's his name again? Joseph. Joseph had mentioned to him, months ago that he was feeling
struggling.
Yeah, feeling that way. So,
I had seen a video on YouTube because I was trying to go back and see, because I'm the same way. I just found out about who he is, and so I can't even speak or elaborate much on what's going on with him. But and then I saw something, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not dropping that many Christian videos," or something like that. And that was like 3 months ago. So
Yeah.
so I'm sure this has been happening a while, and he just decided to publicly say what he needed to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what scripture it is, like something about if someone is like going astray, and you bring them back, then praise God, because the multitude love covers a multitude of sins.
Right.
So let's hope that that's where he's at, and that he just doesn't drift so far away where there's no return. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if like there's been a lot of talk about the church hurt stuff. I don't know if that's the situation or that's why that is happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he feels this way. I know that there was a period in my life where I was so overwhelmed with my sin that I rejected accountability. I rejected walking in my faith, continue to walk in my faith. I never per se disbelieve who God was in my mind, even though my actions said different things, right? But I basically had was indulging in sin, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just later on in my life, I felt the calling, like Lord, the Lord drawing me back and pulling me closer to him. So let's hope that there's still some hope for him out there, you know what I mean? Because I will say this, it's a very dangerous thing to play with God, you know what I'm saying? Like if you know the truth and to feel like you can just walk away from God, it's not a game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and like we were talking about that in the pod life chat. I forgot who it was, but it was somebody from Track Stars, mentioned that about church hurt, and I kind of had experienced something like that, and I just feel like, like I went through that experience, and I never I just realized like that, we sinners, man, you know what I'm saying, and we fall short. Not to say that the standard needs to be lowered at all. Not saying that at all to justify anybody's actions, but we got to realize that we walking this out, you know what I mean? And so I was never like, man, God doesn't exist, but more so like, yo, this is confirmation that we need God, you know what I mean? Because it could be any one of us,
Yeah.
So I don't know about the church hurt. I feel like that church hurt thing is kind of like
a cop out.
Yeah, like if you're a believer, you know what I'm saying? Like you read your word, you're in fellowship, you praying and all that. Like I don't think that church, like, move on, you know what I'm saying? Go somewhere else, find another church,
And I think like we need to kind of accept that people are gonna fail us, people are gonna hate us, people are not gonna want to be around us, people are gonna persecute us. Like we need to, like, the Christian walk isn't just a peachy thing where you just walk. I mean, yes, you walk in joy, right? You walk in peace, but yeah, you're gonna go through some obstacles with people, you know what I'm saying? And people are gonna fail you. I mean, and I look at the disciples and the prophets in the Bible. I mean, what about their church hurt? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there wasn't, there was the assembly is different, right? But in the sense of them being persecuted by their own family, you know what I'm saying? Them being persecuted by the tribes, the Israel tribes, the world, and all those things. Like, what about them? You know what I'm saying? But they still kept on that hope, that they know that there's a reward that's coming, and that God is gonna save them and take care of them as they're going through these persecutions. So, we gotta kind of just put on some tough skin and say, yo, this pastor failed me, this person failed me, this person said this, they lied on me, they did this, whatever it may be that y'all going through, and say, man, but I got God at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
that's real spit, man.
Praise God.
There's a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay. You gonna say something?
No, I was gonna pass the collection plate out. If anybody wanted, they could super chat it. And we're now capable of receiving your offerings, your tithes and offerings. But go ahead, keep going.
Shabbat.
So we rejecting the ties now?
So no, I was gonna say, man, since you brought that up, man, we gotta lift up the saints in Afghanistan right now.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness, yes.
I saw a pastor, right? It was on Instagram. He was kind of like just crying, like he was in there with his family, he said, and he was just really concerned because the Taliban was moving in, and they were definitely gonna be persecuting and executing the Christian church there, you know.
Wow.
Yes, I heard that. Well,
folks.
I read that they sent something to the churches or some churches and said, "Hey, we're coming for you." I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah,
but
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
on that Air Force joint.
Bro, did you see that? Like the whole situation in Afghanistan is crazy, man. I just seen, I think it was Complex who posted it. Did y'all see that picture? I think one of y'all posted it.
Oh yeah. With that, where
Follow us
everybody
on
inside.
Instagram. We had the video up.
Okay. No, but I'm saying inside
they were packed,
bro. Packed. It looked like Noah's Ark, bro. But it didn't have animals. It had Afghanis. Just mad people just packed in there. And then you guys seen the stories of dudes hanging on to the airplane and falling off and all that.
Yo, that's crazy.
That was insane. They didn't want those airplanes to leave without them.
I mean, would you?
Some people were playing though. It was crazy. Some people just laughing, joking about it. That was wow.
Yeah, so we talked about this, right? Because I had posted a video and I took it down because it was fake news. So it was like the Jets playing the Cowboys or something. I don't know what it was. So I took that joint down. But yeah, some of the videos it looked like people were smiling and laughing or whatever. And I thought, okay, maybe they're happy that the US is leaving, right? Because some of these folks don't like us because of what we've done in their countries, you know. Rightfully so. Like, I'm not mad at them for being mad at the US and not wanting us there. So I just chalked it off at that. But I will say, man, that I feel like there's a lot of propaganda behind all of this too. You know, there was another video that I saw. Somebody was sharing. Somebody was, yeah, man. Because I mean, you know, people right now, this is you're gonna be able to tell who's part of the war machine, who's part of the military-industrial complex, right? Because people are mad that we're leaving and we're not, you know. And this is on both sides. This ain't got nothing to do with MAGA. This ain't got nothing to do with Biden. This is both sides. You got people who are mad that we're bringing troops home. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, so you know, you part of that group of people who are okay with us over there killing people for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But so I seen the hold on.
Do you think that the propaganda is the way that we're trying to make Taliban seem now in 2021?
Yes, to justify us moving back in, because I just saw a video someone had shared, and there's these two dudes hanging right from like this, I don't know, street light or something like that, right? They're hanging. And so the caption was like, oh, you know, this is what Biden wanted. This is the Taliban, whatever, right? And so I started scrolling, right, to see what, because the guy is talking. He's talking like, you know, the people are hanging back there and he's like talking. I don't know what he's saying. Allahu Akbar, Hamdulillah, whatever, right? And so I'm scrolling, and somebody asked the question, can anybody translate? What is he saying? And there was a lot of jokes, right? But one person was like, oh, he's saying that these dudes were pedophiles, that they were kidnapping kids and then extorting the parents. And so they got caught, and that's why they hung them, which is not what the narrative was in the caption of the video. You know what I'm saying? The narrative in the caption of the video was like, oh, this is the Taliban executing people. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they don't, right? Because I've seen videos of that as well.
Not in this case.
But not in that particular case. So that's why I'm saying, like, there's definitely propaganda.
Definitely on to something. And I had a feeling, I'm not saying it's fact, right?
Yeah.
But it don't, because supposedly when all this happened, there was a conversation, like they were conversing, the government was conversing with Taliban about them taking over.
Trump made a deal with them.
in 2018, right? Something like
Trump
that.
made a deal with them. I think it was later than that. But he made a deal with them. He's like, yo, like if you guys promise not to attack the US, we cool. We good.
Yeah. But then even recently, they knew that there was going to be a transfer of power once the U.S. troops left. That was already discussed with their government and the Taliban. Like, all right, we're going to hand over the keys pretty much. But then they're making it seem on the news is like, nah, they just running rampant through the whole country, killing everybody.
They did take over. They did take over because their president left.
Yo,
he was ghost.
out.
He's like, I'm out. Let me see what I could fit in this bag.
He took his family. He said, I'm out. Because he knew what was up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't even think
seeing
they
these
landed
guys,
that
these
helicopter.
Taliban guys, was interesting though, because their energy wasn't on some how we use the perception that we see.
Yeah, they went on rah-rah. They went on some rah-rah type
They
stuff.
rolled up like they just got to the party. Like, yo.
Right.
Like, yo,
like they just got their jabs and their passports, right?
So I know that. All right, let's back up a little bit. In 1990 something, right?
Oh my
Taliban
history.
Taliban had kind of taken over some area of Afghan, right?
Right.
U.S.
Under
U.S.
George Bush
armed them, right? U.S. was supplying them with
and we left, and we left with all kinds of guns,
stuff, drones, and all kinds of trucks, everything.
We left them all kinds of stuff back then to fight. What was it, the Russians or something like that?
No,
right?
I'm talking about right now. But
but he's talking about before too.
Well, back in the 90s, that's what happened.
And the United States has funded terrorism for decades. Absolutely, yes.
So we had them. We showed them everything. Yo, here's the equipment, this and that. Which people are saying online that this was all an arms deal to make money for our country, supposedly.
Yo, and they even offered to catch Osama. They're like, yo, we got you. We got him. They told Bush. And he was like, nah, I got this, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get reelected.
So then there was issues with Taliban because they said they were breeding Al-Qaeda, right? Like they were helping Al-Qaeda as well. And then Al-Qaeda was the one that attacked us in 9/11. After 9/11, it was just an all-out war on Taliban and Al-Qaeda, right? That was it. They were cut off. We were like, yo,
I don't think it was Al-Qaeda who attacked us. It was everybody who was on the plane, according to the passports that they found from the burning buildings. They were all from Iraq.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was no reason for us to be in Afghanistan.
So that's when we started. We moved into Afghan, and we've had a 20-year war, pretty much, or
trillions of dollars spent.
Years,
thousands of Americans dying.
Years of us being out there.
Yeah.
Fast forward, we're in 2021. Now it's like, yo, we got to get our troops home.
Right.
Our job here is done. We lost.
Right.
Again.
Yeah, like what war have we won? We ain't won a war in a minute, bro. Like
I kind of have a feeling, and this is why I kind of agree with you, Jimmy. I kind of feel like these guys, I don't know, their energy was just different. I'm not saying it's true, you know. I mean, we've read about how Taliban is and how they treat their women. They're not for education.
Right.
Execution and all that. But we got to also go back to when Saudi Arabia at one point, they had that same energy too. And now you fast forward Saudi Arabia now, they all about the bread. You know what I'm saying? They're about their bread, their prosperity, their country, you know what I mean? Peace, allegedly peace, whatever that means. But they're a very different country than what they were, a couple decades ago. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if that's the position that Taliban is trying to take now. Like,
I don't know, because they're well, from what we're told, they're a very religious group. So I don't know if they're really gonna go, you know what I'm saying, to more Western Americanized, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of difficult to say. They might be about being extra religious and living according to whatever
I think it's called what is it?
Sharia law, right? Sharia law. Yeah. They might go that route. It's difficult to say, but it's like, what that got to do with us, man? We got enough stuff that we need to take care of here. Why we got to spend trillions of dollars on a war that's not working and Americans are dying? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, this is what Trump wanted, man. Let's
back to Trump.
Did you hear anything about the whole heroin and like the productivity of heroin?
Yeah. In 2001, they basically cut the heroin production completely. And so there was a lot of memes saying that the CIA was mad that Taliban was back in, because keep in mind that
Osama,
after the Taliban, right after we started going after the Taliban, opiates, the sales of opiates in the United States increased, right? Wow. All type of opiates, from promethazine to Percocets, all these drugs that these rappers talk about. The sale of those drugs increase here in the United States. So just something to consider.
Now there's a conspiracy that Osama was, I don't know if this is true or not, maybe you guys could correct me, that Osama bin Laden was working with the CIA at one point.
He did. He was fighting against the Russians. We trained him. The United States trained him and armed him.
Yeah.
And just like now, we were training the civilians there. We left a bunch of equipment and guns and all this other stuff. So it's like the same thing like from the 90s.
Right.
We got a comment from someone by the name of Axum Tagaru. He said, "Can you spread the gospel of Jesus? Maybe some Afghani viewers will convert to Jesus."
Yeah, sure.
This is all we beg. Promote Jesus. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, we started the conversation with prayers for the Afghani church. Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know. So I don't understand why people are mad that we pull in the troops. Like, that's something that, like, what were we doing there? We weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just occupying a space. Spending money for 20 years. We could if in 20 years we couldn't put up a government. Like, at some point,
well, now Biden had retracted. He said we weren't there to to build their nation.
Yeah,
we were there to fight.
That's not right. That's not why we got there in the first place. Exactly.
Yeah. So man, it's gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now Biden is also threatening, right? If you harm any Americans, we're gonna take serious action, and
right. Yeah, because I think there's still some people there, right?
Yeah,
there's still some people there.
Yeah, he mentioned that they were trying to get people from the embassy, people that worked with the United States that are Afghani civilians, So, but then there was also reports that people that were helping the United States are not able to come because of the process that's been taking, more than 3 years, and they're pretty much just stuck there.
Yeah. So now with these refugees now that they're transporting, where are they going?
They're coming here.
Camp. No, they're going to a military camp.
Oh, okay. I thought they were
That's
coming
what
here.
I read. Yeah, that might be the plan, the long-term plan. But I know that right now they're going to like a military base camp, and that's where I guess they'll be refugees for a moment until they figure out what they're gonna do with them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild, but watch, bro. 2024, Trump will be back in office, and we'll be back there.
If there's a 2024, man, everything is going.
Right.
Ooh.
That's it. That's if the jab zombies don't rise.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Half of them. What happened here?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what we got for that topic. Anything
Yeah,
else?
man, that's tough to watch,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
tough to watch.
It's just crazy. It's hard to decipher. You know what I'm saying? Like
What's what?
Yeah, because I just seen a meme of one of the reporters, which is crazy because I saw the video. I was upstairs watching the news, right? I was watching CNN to see what they were saying. I generally don't watch CNN to like for my information, but I watch it so I can see what they're saying, you know. And there was this girl, she's wearing like, black head wrap. She was dressed in all black. And I was like, oh, this is crazy, right? And they're like saying like, death to America, or at least that's the translation that they're saying, right? And she's like, but it's mostly peaceful, right? And then I seen a side-by-side shot of yesterday when she was there, and she was dressed like in regular clothes, like just,
I
what I
seen
mean?
that. Yeah,
You
yeah.
saw that? Like I was
Yeah.
like, are y'all playing with me? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched that
No.
that the US government would do that, because they've done it in the past. That happened with Kuwait. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember Kuwait.
Do you remember what happened where there was a girl who was actually she was the daughter of an ambassador, and she gave this testimony in front of Congress where she said that she saw I don't know who it was, Saddam Hussein or somebody, his people grabbing babies from the incubators, like that were just delivered, and like killing them, right? And then it was found out that it was a false flag, that none of that testimony was
Wow,
true.
no,
But
I
it was
never heard about that.
just, I'm gonna drop it on a Telegram
Wesley
Telegram
Smoker
channel.
vibes, huh?
Make sure that you follow our Telegram channel. I'll drop it in there so y'all can see it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe right now.
Yeah, man. So let's see, man. Let's keep our prayers, man, for the brothers and sisters out there. I saw a female, she was interviewed, and she was talking about her fear with the Taliban taking over again is, no education. Yeah. She's like, I'm in school right now. I have hopes for a career and all that good stuff. And she's like, on the Taliban, I fear for my life. I feel like my life is threatened. So
that's very possible.
So that's why you're seeing all them people hopping on them train. Yo, that was like some World War Z stuff, right?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, the way they was on it, right?
Yeah. On that airplane was like some World War Z.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, no middle fingers on our chat, bro. None of that, man.
You're gonna get blocked.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a guy or girl, I don't know.
But yeah, man. What else we got? Oh, we got a question for the room.
Is it that time already? Question of the day?
Question.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
What's the question?
Anything else?
You're on your Beyonce, huh, Aunt?
What's the question? What happened?
We got a question for the room. The church in China meets irregardless to the laws of the land. Begs the question, where, if at all, does the believers' dissension under the rule of law begin and end? Asking for a friend. That's a good question. What do y'all think?
Asking for a friend.
I think you know my answer, bro. I'm gonna let y'all take this one.
So all right, let's simplify this, right? So basically, he's saying that where do we be obedient to the law of the government, right? Where do we say, okay, the government has asked us to not preach Christ. It has asked us to not practice what we live, right? And there's still believers that are doing that over there in China, right? And I guess
Right.
they're trying to they're trying to bring that up with the whole what we're going through in America. I mean, is that what the person is trying to connect it to? Like,
Is that how
where
you
do we
got it?
draw the line?
Well. I don't want that context to influence our response here. But yeah. Basically, it was based off of the church's response to everything that's going on here. Similar to what happened in that Atlanta church, that Georgia church.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. So it was like, do I follow what they're saying, or what the government is saying, or not?
Right. So, I mean, I guess it comes down to like when you look at the disciples, they were obedient to a lot of laws of the land and a lot of things, right? They were arrested, uh they were persecuted, right?
Right.
But
Right.
one thing that they said you can't stop us from is from preaching the gospel and from
Right.
us congregating. That was like off limits for them.
Right.
They said y'all could throw us in jail, y'all can kill us, but the only thing y'all can do is basically, we when we get you can't shut us from preaching the gospel and talking about Jesus Christ.
Right. Right.
So I guess those are the lines, but then there's other things that come into play, right? Like, we talk about the vax and how it's similar to what you read in the end days, right? Of what it's setting you up for. So it's a good question, but I think for me that'd be the line. Like, yo, you saying
Yeah.
I have to deny my belief in
I
Jesus
I
Christ
agree.
or
I
preaching
agree.
Christ or fellowshipping with the saints, then nah, you're gonna have to take me out.
Well, what do you think? What do you think about? Okay, so like I agree with you as far as like preaching the gospel, right? I agree with you. But what about like something that happened, like what happened here in Cali, where we weren't allowed to congregate, right, as a church? Do you think that merits saying, I'm not gonna listen to the government, I'm gonna do what I want? Or do you think like, yo, y'all can still meet in the house, y'all can meet wherever, like it doesn't necessarily have to be in a building, you know? What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think that applies?
I don't think in the context of this situation it applies.
Yeah.
I do, but I do think that the government did overstep their boundaries, and I
Yeah.
think they were very hypocritical with certain things, like restaurants and clubs, and
Sure.
you know what I'm saying. So, but I feel like, to me that wasn't like persecution, but I do think that it was them overstepping their boundaries.
But it wasn't
And
persecution because
culture.
other people also weren't allowed to come together, right?
Yeah, I mean, you still were able to. It wasn't like, yo, you can't get on Zoom and listen to church or
Right.
fellowship with brothers or have a
Right. Because you
podcast like
did a
how
lot
we
of that,
have.
right? You did a lot of that too, right? You were fellowshipping a lot on Zoom with
I
with
still
people in the
in
church
every other Tuesday.
every
We
Monday at 5 p.m.
we're here
Pacific
and
Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. What you talking about?
yeah, we still get on the Zoom, but we have brothers that and it's good too because you get to reconnect with brothers all over. You know what I mean? People who you probably have a closer relationship with than people that you see on the reg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right,
More in
right,
common
right,
with.
Makes
So
sense.
right. What you think? What you think, Ant, about the question of the day?
I agree. I agree in the sense that, like Switch mentioned, that if the law is not preventing us from doing what we need to do, I mean, we good. Otherwise, there's gonna be some rules that's gonna be broken.
Right,
but
right,
but like in these instances, like you said now, we wasn't totally shut down. So I mean, we were in a sense,
yeah,
as far as fellowshipping in person,
right, right.
but
Which you can still do because people were
right.
visiting each other and stuff.
And there was still some churches that were still doing it on the low.
Right.
So, and they didn't go smashing their door down either. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and the government wasn't like churches can't meet. It was more like
Right.
churches and schools and whatever else.
Right.
It wasn't like
it wasn't directly. It wasn't aimed.
Yeah.
At the church.
Yeah. True. Very true. What about you, Jay? What you think?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much the same thing as you guys. I agree with Jesse. He mentioned, I believe that there's two churches in China: the church you visit on a Sunday, and the church that's not spoken about publicly. You hear the stories where people are smuggling Bibles.
Yeah.
And or the opposite is where
that's so gangster.
The government somehow finds your underground church type of thing,
Right.
So yeah, pretty much, if that comes out to, here in the US, definitely law is going to be broken and all that stuff,
Yeah. They're going to find the church because y'all got the microchip. One thing I want to add, Switch, because I think I agree with all of you, is that Paul was very vocal about his rights as a Jew and as a Roman, so if we feel that something is in our case, because we're American, unconstitutional, I think that we should definitely speak up and be vocal about that. I don't think that we should. I think a lot of people, a lot of pastors use Romans 13, right, to say like, oh, you got to submit to your government and whatever they say, you got to do whatever. But when I read scripture, I see that Paul, demanded his rights, right, as a Jew and as a Roman. So I encourage everybody to exercise their rights as Americans, and their freedom in Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely something that I want to encourage everybody, because I think that a lot of times, like, people who have bigger platforms try to silence us and say, no, you got to submit to, authority and whatnot. And I don't think that submitting necessarily means that you allow somebody to trample over you, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could dig it.
Word. So what's that word of the day?
Wow, we going straight to the word of the day?
Yeah,
you got something else? You got something else?
What else you got?
Nah, I think that's it, man.
All right, cool.
Actually, let me get the scripture.
He's like, actually, I don't have one.
All right, no, we got it. So we got 1 Timothy 4:10.
I thought you was gonna go to Romans 13.
For to this end, we toil and strive, because we have our hope set on the living God, who is the Savior of all people, especially of those who believe. It's a hopeful scripture for us. You know what I'm saying? Something to cling to.
Facts.
Despite us trying to be with our families and our friends and live our lives, I'm sure that we all, I know me, like, there's always this kind of like thickness in the air, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so much that's going on around the world. And you're like, man, God, like, I hope you're going to change this, you know what I'm saying? Because the way things are looking, they don't look very hopeful, but we know that this was what's to come. We know that there's other generations that dealt with these kind of things and thought it was the end days. And the best thing for us is just keep our hope in Jesus Christ.
Facts.
Keep doing what we've been doing for years, not lose hope, not lose faith, and keep striving. So, yeah.
So
bars.
Amen.
Well, I guess that's it for today's episode. We want to remind you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Also, we have a new thing with YouTube, where if you would like to support us in any way, we have super chats, and we also have applied to get a monthly reoccurring membership. So this will only work if it's on desktop only. So if you go to our channel on your laptop or computer desktop, you'll be able to join and support us monthly, and we really appreciate it. So make sure you check out that playlist that is pinned to the comments, and don't forget to get your merch at that'snotchristian.com. Make sure you cop something, check it out, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, iron your tank top, Jake.
Why Switch look like he's sleeping?